Welcome to English with Abby and Torai. I'm Abby, and today, as you can see, we have a new whiteboard. Today, we're very excited about using this from now on and having a lot more space to teach on our YouTube channel. So, today we will talk about verbs, but more specifically, 3 verbs that change depending on the preposition that is used with the verb. So, first of all, verbs in English are very important because you use them in every single sentence that you say. You use a verb. Verbs are action words. And in order for a sentence to be complete, it needs a verb. And so I have 3 verbs today: look, run, and get. Look, run, and get. But more specifically, we are going to talk about how these verbs change based on the prepositions that we use with the verb. So, prepositions are small words. As you can see here, we have some at, for, over, through, by, along, up, into, out of. These are all prepositions. Prepositions are small words that tend to show where something is, or direction, or also can change the meaning of verbs. So, prepositions are small words that are used in sentences to show direction or location, or even with a verb more specifically. Okay, so the first verb is look. And there are 4 specific verbs we will look at that all start with look, but end in a different preposition, and that preposition changes the meaning of the verb. The first one is look at. Look at. Actually, first, I should say look on its own when used in a sentence means something with your eyes. You look, you see with your eyes when you look at something. Look at something. And more specifically, when you look, it's specifically seeing. You are looking at that thing. You are specifically trying to see something. And actually, we have a different video on the difference between look, see, and watch. Okay, so look at. The first preposition here is at. Look at. Look at means to direct your eyes. That means that you are specifically moving your eyes to see something. So someone might say, oh, look at that bird over there, or look at that plane in the sky. And then you turn your head and you look at the plane or look at the bird. Next is look for. Look for, adding for at the end. When you look for, you try to find something. To try to find something. Like, for example, I am looking for my keys, or I'm looking for my phone. I don't know where I put it. Where is it? Have you seen it? And you say, I'm looking for, or I need to look for my phone or my keys so I can leave the house. Next is look after. Look after with the preposition after. This means to take care of something or someone. To take care of something or someone. I look after my sister when my parents go on a date, when my parents are at work. I look after my cat, or I look after my neighbor's dog when they are out of town, which just means to take care of something or someone. The last with look is look up to. This actually has 2 prepositions, up and to. Look up to. Look up to means to admire or respect someone. Admire or respect someone. And so when you look up to someone, it means you really admire them, you respect them, you want to know their opinion about something, you seek their advice on things, you really look up to them. So these 4 are the verb look. Now let's talk about run. Now let's talk about run. Run, when used by itself, means to move quickly, not walking, but faster than walking. But if you add a preposition to run, it does not mean to move quickly. It means something completely different. So first we have run into. Into. When we add into with run, it means that you meet someone by chance. To meet someone by chance, which means that you weren't planning on seeing this person outside, but you did. You ran into them unexpectedly and you met them outside by chance, which is exciting usually. The next is run out of. Run out of. This means to have no more of something. If you run out of toilet paper, it means you have no more toilet paper. If you run out of rice, it means you have no more rice, or run out of toothpaste, or run out of shampoo. To run out of means to have no more of something. The next is run over with using the preposition over. Run over means to hit someone or something with a car. To hit someone or something with a car. And this is important, with a car specifically. We don't use run over really with anything else. It would be with another motorized vehicle like a bus or a tractor or a lawnmower or something. But you would say, oh, I ran over the cat with my car. I ran over the dog with my car. But also just something like, oh, I ran over that nail back there, or I ran over the thing in the road. So it doesn't necessarily have to just be a living thing. And then last with run is run through, using the preposition through, run through. This means to explain something quickly. To quickly explain or go over something again. So in a meeting specifically, this would be used with more professional or business English, and you would say, oh, let's run through this agenda quickly, or let's do a run through of our schedule quickly, or let's run through this again one more time. Okay, and the last is get. The verb get. Get is used for so many different things in the English language. And here, get is used with a preposition and it means for different things. So the first is get up. Get up. This means in the morning you rise from bed. I get up at 7 a.m. I rise from bed. I get out of bed at 7 a.m. Get up. I get up. I'm awake. And then get out of bed. The next is get along, and then with in parentheses because sometimes it's used with and sometimes not. But get along, it means to have a good relationship with someone. I get along with my sister. I get along with my friend. I hope you get along with your friends, but it means that you have a good relationship with someone. The next is get over. Get over. This means to recover from something. To recover from something. So if you're sick, you would say, oh, I need to get over this cold, or I'm getting over a cold, or I'm getting over the flu. Generally, get over is used with something that's not very important or not too bad. You wouldn't say, oh, I'm getting over this broken bone. That's not how it would work. And the last is get by. Get by. This means to manage or survive on limited resources. To manage or survive on limited resources. So if you don't have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of something, you might say, oh, I can get by on this amount, or I can get by on a little until I get paid, or I can get by until I get more of something. So these are the 3 verbs plus the prepositions that go along with them that change the meaning. Again, for look, run, and get. So we have 12 new verbs that mean something completely different with 12 different meanings, but all starting with the same verb. That's why these in English are so important. Native speakers use verbs like this all the time. And so it is very important for you to understand them, but then also know how to use these verbs in a sentence by yourself as well, so that native speakers will understand you and you will sound more like a native speaker. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful for you in understanding these 12 new verbs. And if it was, I hope you share it with someone else who is learning English and like this video. Comment below with the verb that you are going to use in your next conversation, and be sure to subscribe for more English learning videos.